A speeding rocket as it challenges outer space.
A jet as it flashes through the sky.
A guided missile as it hurtles toward its target.
All the result of Air Force know-how.
And the men behind these scientific wonders, they too are the result of Air Force know-how. They're the airmen of the United States Air Force, pioneers of the future, leaders in Air Force Blue.
As an airman, you're part of the world's greatest flying organization. Your know-how comes from top training in any one of 400 specialized subjects, such as radio, radar, jet mechanics, photography, guided missiles, and many more.
You're trained with the latest equipment and techniques, learning a job that's best for you and best for the Air Force, too.
Make Air Force know-how your way to success. See your nearest Air Force recruiter now. Air Force know-how.
More than a phrase, more than a promise. A fact you can rely on as an airman in the United States Air Force.
Air Force know-how includes skill and a good job.
Skill that results from top job training in jet aviation, radar, guided missiles, photography, or any one of 400 different subjects.
Air Force know-how means security.
Security guaranteed not only by the finest technical training in the world, but by many other Air Force benefits, including opportunities for advanced education and promotion, and a retirement income that begins in 20 years.
Air Force know-how makes a better man.
A man seasoned by world travel, confident of his own abilities, proud of his mission in America's sky defense.
Make Air Force know-how your way to success as an airman in the United States Air Force. See your nearest Air Force recruiter now. Whether it's sending a message, repairing an engine, or controlling air traffic.
Roger. Air Force 1435. You are cleared, number 1.
Know-how does the trick. Get that know-how in the United States Air Force and apply it to an important job for America.
As an airman in the Air Force, you can develop valuable technical know-how in any one of 400 subjects, from jet aviation to preventive medicine. Know-how that results from top training at the finest Air Force schools with the finest instructors and equipment.
Air Force know-how gives you the skill and confidence of an expert, a man who knows the score. It enables you to fill a job that's best for you and best for the Air Force, too. A job that offers world travel, top training, and the satisfaction of important work for your country. So make Air Force know-how your way to success. See your nearest Air Force recruiter now. A speeding rocket challenging outer space.
A guided missile hurtling toward its target.
Both the result of Air Force know-how, and the men behind these wonders are the result of Air Force know-how, the airmen of the United States Air Force.
Be a leader in Air Force Blue. See your Air Force recruiter now. Aiming for the top.
Get there faster with Air Force know-how. When you join the Air Force, you join a leader, and your know-how is that of a leader. You may train in such advanced fields as jet aviation, guided missiles, rocket propulsion, and others.
Be a leader in Air Force Blue as an airman. See your Air Force recruiter now. Whether it's sending a message or controlling air traffic.
Roger, Air Force 1435. You are cleared, number 1, to land.
Air Force know-how does the trick. Develop your skills as an airman. Train in any one of 400 specialized subjects. See your nearest Air Force recruiter today. Be a man who knows the score.
Be an airman. An airman, the result of top job training, world travel, and general Air Force know-how.
As an airman, you can train in such exciting fields as
Jet aviation,
radar,
rocket propulsion,
guided missiles,
photography,
atomic weapons, and many more.
As an airman, you may travel to such exciting and interesting places as
England,
France,
Austria,
Japan, and many other parts of the world.
As an airman, you are the product of Air Force know-how.
A member of the world's greatest flying organization. Up to date on the latest techniques and developments in your field. Sure of yourself and your training. Your know-how is the know-how of a leader, and it will serve you anywhere.
So be a man who knows the score. Get your know-how as
An airman.
ensure two futures, your country's and your own, in the Air Force.
For further information on your opportunities, see your local Air Force recruiter now. Today, it's jets. Tomorrow, who knows, maybe rockets to the moon. Whatever it is, one thing is certain. Air Force know-how will play its part, just as it has in the past. And you can be in on these exciting developments as an airman in the Air Force. Yes, when you join the Air Force, you join a leader, America's greatest flying organization. And your know-how is that of a leader. You may train in any one of 400 subjects, including such advanced fields as jet aviation, guided missiles, atomic weapons, rocket propulsion, radio, radar, and many others. So, whether it's this or this, keep in step with the future with Air Force know-how. Be a leader in Air Force Blue as an airman. To get the facts on your opportunities, see your nearest Air Force recruiter today. What does it take to be a success? Know-how. Yes, in anything you do, know-how does the trick. And you can get that know-how in the United States Air Force. Air Force know-how consists of skill and a good job, a job important both to you and your country. As an airman, you may learn anything from jet mechanics to preventive medicine, personnel management to electronics. You develop your know-how at the finest technical schools and apply it as an important member of the Air Force team. You know your job is right. Right for you and right for the Air Force, too, because it's chosen on the basis of your own interest and abilities as well as current Air Force needs. And your Air Force know-how brings with it confidence and assurance in everything you do. So don't just wish for success. Get it in a uniform of Air Force Blue as part of America's greatest flying organization. Let Air Force know-how do the trick for you as an airman. See your nearest Air Force recruiter now.
Be a man who knows the score.
Be an airman. As an airman, you can train in any of 400 different jobs.
You travel throughout the world.
You are the proud result of Air Force know-how, skilled in the latest developments in your field, confident of your own abilities and training.
See your nearest Air Force recruiter now.
Today, it's jets. Tomorrow, maybe rockets to the moon. Whatever it is, Air Force know-how will play its part. Be in on these exciting developments as an airman. Keep up with the future as a leader in Air Force Blue and airman. See your nearest Air Force recruiter today. What makes a success? Know-how. Know-how does the trick. Let Air Force know-how do the trick for you as an airman. Learn a valuable job at anything from rockets to radio, jet aviation to electronics. Don't just wish for success. Get it in a uniform of Air Force Blue. See your nearest Air Force recruiter now.